Good morning, everyone. It's our great pleasure and privilege to be here alongside Deputy Premier Saffioti and Minister Punch this morning to officially make this announcement. First of all, I'd like to sincerely thank the West Australian Government, in particular the Deputy Premier, for her support of this concept. I'd also like to thank Tourism WA, the AFL and the two clubs and CEOs Simon Garlick and Don Pike for supporting this. Today is the culmination of a lot of diligence and hard work by our club as we sought to secure a future for us post-Tasmania. For us, Western Australia was a clear standout in terms of what it could deliver our club. Reduced overall travel, a terrific financial model for us, and two games actually eventually back to our Melbourne heartland. But in addition to that, we have our largest supporter base in Western Australia outside Victoria with 10,000 supporters over here. We're really looking forward to engaging with them on a deeper level as we play the two fixtures across round 13 and 14 next year. And in addition to that, the large contingent of our supporters that we expect will travel over from the East Coast. I know our playing and coaching group is actually really excited about the thought of having a mid-season chance for connection, and our players in particular are looking forward to enjoying all of the wonderful training and playing locations that West Australia has to offer. Once again, thank you to the West Australian Government, Tourism WA, the AFL and the clubs on this terrific concept for all of our clubs. I think now we're going to take some questions.
Are there any questions for Jen?
Yeah, Jen, can you just run us through how this first started as a possibility?
Well, as soon as we found out about the 19th licence, it was clear to us that we'd have to plan for a post-Tasmania future. And playing games interstate's been part of our DNA for decades now and was going to be an important part of our model. So we really looked far and wide. We spoke to a number of governments, regional Victoria, other states, even other countries, about what that could look like for us. And as soon as we started exploring WA and the terrific model that exists here, it became really clear that this was the answer for us.
So when you say exploring, did you come to WA and say, hey, we're thinking about this, can you give us an idea of what it would look like, or did they pitch it to you? How did it start?
Exactly, and there's a very smart young man at the AFL called Josh Bowler who looks after the fixture, and he said, WA is a terrific option, but I'd also have a look at the southwest, and that was sort of the seed of the idea that got us really meaningfully exploring this dual option.
Can you tell us where you're looking overseas?
No, but thanks for asking.
Jen, will you need to travel to WA for other away games as part of this?
No, actually, in 25, this will be the only trip that we make to WA, which is terrific that we can come over and have two games as our trips to Western Australia in 25.
So, Jen, there's a chance you could have come over here twice anyway, but now you come over, you do it in one hit, and you get paid for it. So it's a pretty good deal for them.
Exactly, and that's a really terrific part of the overall travel environment for us. And so you go from playing 4 games in another state to 2 games in another state, and we get to reduce our overall travel and bring 2 games back to Melbourne as part of it, which is, you can see why it was such a great option for us.
And why settle on Bunbury? Were there any other options in the southwest?
Well, venue capability is really important, and as Minister Punch said, there was a very terrific coincidence of the Hans Oval being upgraded and becoming perfect for elite AFL.
Will you fly in from Melbourne to Busselton for these games?
That's our ambition, yes.
What has this been for your relationship with Tasmania and government?
Well, we've had a wonderful time in Tasmania, and we feel partly like our journey there has helped pave the way for that state to have its own team. So it's a very grateful departure from Tasmania, and I wish you all the best for your new team, club and stadium. And we fully expect that we'll get fixtured there as the away team for many years to come. So our time in Tasmania doesn't end, but it does in a home game sense.
Jen, what does this look like? It's a 3-year deal, and I don't want to get too far ahead, but what does it look like in 3 years? Do you consider going on if it goes well? Do you go somewhere else?
Look, we'll always review things and weigh up our options, but I see this as being a long-term terrific arrangement for everybody involved, and we'll get to that as we see how these first couple of years go.
Jen, there's been some critics saying, you're potentially selling your opportunity to bank wins at home, but you actually have a pretty good record here in recent years. What would you sort of say to that?
Look, I think we want to contend for silverware, and if you want to be right up there, you need to be able to win anywhere. We have no fear about travelling. We've done it for years. Our coach won 4 premierships with a secondary market in play when he was playing 4 games at Hawthorn in Tasmania. We saw a grand final with Brisbane and Sydney. Other state teams travel every second week and don't think anything of it. We want to be a team known for winning anytime, anywhere.